more that I try, the more that I want. The more that I grind, the more that I shine. The more that I strive, the more that I start. The more that I cheat, the more that she lead. The more that she cry, the harder to trust. The more that I lie, the more that she dies. The more I realize I'm harder to love. Call you a bitch, I call you a hoe. Don't call me a bro, don't call me no more. I call you a trick, I'm tired of the hate. I'm tired of the snakes, I'm tired of your face. You on my dick. You gon' see, it's a fucking murder spree.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we're driving up to Winter Gardens Derrimut to see my mate Ivan from Envision Fitness. We're going to go through a bit of a pull workout, probably do a pretty sick edit. We'll see how we go. Today I'm also going to do a physique check. So we'll run through a couple of poses, show you how I'm looking. So we're going to talk about the types of hunger today, 2 different types, and types of cravings, and how to overcome hunger and acknowledge what type of hunger you actually have, so then you can move on from it. I'll talk to you how I manage hunger and how I manage my cravings, and yeah, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. So we just got to the gym, and I'm actually going to ask Ivan today if he wants to help me out with the back end of my prep, just training. I don't want any coaching for nutrition because I do that myself and I know my body, but I'm going to ask if he can catch up with me once a week and take me through a session. I know myself as a PT, I can push people past their limits, and I know that someone can help push me past my limits too. And if that's going to help me, especially in this back end of prep where you start doubting yourself, then I might come in looking a little bit better and fuller. So I'll see if he's keen for that today, and then we're actually going to log it and track it as well. So we'll do a fair bit of filming every Friday, hopefully. So enjoy this edit, guys.
Skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you. I know the sadness that cripples you, it comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the, move like the, move like the, move like the.
And we are back from that workout. I hope you enjoyed that edit, guys. We're gonna do a bit more gym workouts without the fancy edits as well. So we're probably going to do a raw leg workout next. That one's going to be pretty fun. Also, I promised you guys a bit of a physique update. So I'm going to chuck up a back shot, back lat spread from yesterday. I'm feeling very full at the moment. I'm getting a little bit leaner. I'm staying around the same body weight though. So I'm going to drop down my calories a little bit, or maybe do a little bit more work this week. I said I might even add in some cardio. Hopefully get that weight down a little bit, but if I'm still getting leaner, then that doesn't bother me too much anyway. So that's my back shot. And then I've got my classic pose shot right here. And then that same pose, but without the vacuum. So I thought I looked pretty full in this one as well. I was doing a 2-day refeed at the time of all these photos. That's why I'm so full and vascular, but I'll be a little bit flatter this week if you do see me in the gym. And then also I've just got a side-on symmetry photo that I liked out of all the photos I took. So this one's in the mirror. I'm probably looking the best I ever have, especially at 6 weeks out. I'm pretty keen to pull it in tight for the next kind of 2 to 4 weeks. And then try to fill back out again. But we'll see what happens. I'm doing this prep a lot differently to all my other preps. Keen to see how I look and how I turn out. Other than that, I'm going to talk about hunger now. 2 different types of hunger. So we have homeostatic hunger and we have hedonic hunger. Homeostatic hunger is physiological hunger, which normally comes on slowly. And it usually comes with like a feeling of an empty stomach, and it also can be satisfied by nearly any type of food. And then we have hedonic hunger. Hedonic hunger normally comes on rapidly, and it's more of a craving. It can't be satisfied by any food. It needs to be a particular food. Like when you're a kid and you go into your fridge and you're hungry and you yell at your mum who's in the shower, "Mum, we have no food." There's plenty of food in the fridge, but you look in there and you don't want any of it. That's normally hedonic hunger. You're looking for something specific. There's plenty of food there to eat and you're hungry, but you don't want any of it. So when we can understand what type of hunger we have at that time, we can learn ways to overcome it. For instance, if we are craving something, if we have hedonic hunger, there's plenty of ways we can try to just forget about that hungriness or forget about that craving. One might be reading a book. Go read. Within about 5 or 10 minutes, that craving will go. And then you won't be hungry for that specific food anymore. Or go try going for a walk. I always find going for a walk helps me a lot, because not only am I expending more energy and burning more calories, but I also forget about food. Going for a walk can really just clear your mind, can put you back on the path that you're on, and it can help forget about food. So I love going on a walk. It increases your metabolic rate, so you can be more hungry afterwards, but generally that will be homeostatic hunger. So it's good to use mindfulness techniques as well, such as urge surfing. So just like the wave in the ocean, the wave comes over, that's our urge, that's our craving. And if we learn to just surf that urge, we can get past it. Generally speaking, urges only, like cravings normally only last about 5 or 10 minutes. So if we can sit there and acknowledge that craving, acknowledge that urge, we can try to overcome it or learn to overcome it. Because the urges are going to come and go just like waves. They're going to come and then they're going to go. They're going to come, then they're going to go. But what we want is them to come more slowly and less frequently. I find a lot of people try to fight the urge. I guess fighting the urge is probably one of the worst things you can do, because you're sitting there thinking about it. You're thinking about, I'm hungry, when's my next meal? You're constantly food focused. What can I eat to try to not have calories but give into my eating urge? That's when they start to opt for like a lot of low calorie alternatives and a lot of sweeteners. And if you have had like a sorbitol or maltitol overdose before, I guess you could call it, if you've had too much artificial sweetener and you've had those severe stomach cramps, it's not a good time. I've literally sat there during a comp prep in so much pain that I thought I had to go to the hospital. I thought I was dying. And a few other bodybuilders have had it as well. And sugar-free jellies and stuff are great in small amounts, But when you start having it every night and then you're having it with Wooden Farm syrup and all other sorts of sweeteners. Yeah, so I guess when you're talking about hunger and you know the two different types of hunger, you can acknowledge which one you have. So if you do have hedonic hunger, acknowledge the craving, surf the craving wave, and then go over top of it. And if you have homeostatic hunger, which is real hunger, then you either need to up your calories a little bit more, depending on how much you're eating, or just acknowledge the fact that while you're trying to lose weight, you're probably going to be hungry. I find the harder you try to fight hunger, the worse it's going to get, especially during a comp prep. People message me and they're like, I'm so hungry, and I'm like, good, so am I. We need to acknowledge the fact that hunger is part of a comp prep or part of a diet. You can't always be full. People are always trying to chase a full feeling. So another way I like to get over homeostatic hunger is maybe try to eat a bit more low energy density foods or lead foods, which is pretty much, if I explain this very fast, it's, I guess, not calorie dense foods such as oils. And let's just say, for instance, 100 grams of sweet potato will be 20 grams of carbs, but 100 grams of low carb white potato is about 9.5 grams of carbs, depending on which one you get. So you can have 220 grams of low carb potato, or you can have 100 grams of sweet potato. You can add in more fiber to your diet. That is another technique to, I guess, feel fuller, but if you add too much fiber, you can get stomach issues as well. So I've done that. During a comp prep, I had too much fiber, too much volume. Everyone's chasing volume these days. Look at all that volume. And it's like this massive bowl of just fiber and stuff. You try eating that a couple of times a day and you won't be able to go to the toilet. You'll be gassy. All those vegetables will be fermenting in your stomach. And that's pretty much what I've been dealing with lately. Is I started having too much veggies. And if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, I've had really bad gut issues for the last 2 weeks. 12 weeks, but really bad for the last 2 weeks. Because I added in more fiber. And I went from eating just a small amount of vegetables and maybe 2 meals to about 4 to 5 meals with packed amounts of veggies. So I've stopped that now, and I'm back to eating kind of what I was before my comp prep, even though I'm hungrier because I'm eating more energy dense foods rather than low energy dense foods. But my stomach's feeling a lot better, feeling flatter, less bloated, less gas, less, I guess, uncomfortable cramping feeling as well. If you want to talk more about this, then hit me up on Instagram. I'm happy to have a chat. And that's it for this video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.